Here is the latest candidate to enter the presidential race. This is, well, where's their full name? Claudia de la Cruz and Karina Garcia are running for president and vice president as the candidates for the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Claudia de la Cruz. And I gotta say, I fucking love their slogan, because it's balls to the walls. It's not it's vagina to the wall. Because as many women, but many others have made the point that when we say, oh, you got to have balls to do that, really, vaginas in many ways are far tougher. They can, dude, what they do when they push out a human being is unbelievable. But vaginas have a lot of more skills. So really, the way we say, oh, you have to have balls, we should really say, oh, you have to have vagina. But anyway, that being said, this is vagina to the wall. Doesn't rhyme, though. I don't know. We need to come up with a good rhyme. But their slogan is end capitalism before it ends us, which I like that, because they're just out front. They're not, it's not in the back. You don't have to dig through a bunch of paperwork and say, do they want to end capitalism? No, it's like fucking end capitalism. It's right there. All right, I'm going to play their little 2-minute video, and I'll talk more about them on another episode soon. But, it goes to show it's not just two choices. And even if they don't win, which is the same thing I said with Cornel West when I spoke with him, if you don't win, I know you're all going to win. Everybody's going to win. But if you don't win, can you create change? Is there an impact you can have even by just being on the campaign, just speaking to people, just having these messages? And I think there is. I think you can do important shit even if you don't win in this locked down two-party totalitarian, inverted totalitarian system. I think you can achieve a lot. So that is why I think this is important, more than just, can they win though? All right, here's their video.
Does it ever feel like the political system is working against us? Like regardless of who we vote for, the outcome is always the same? We're told this country is a democracy, but more and more it feels like a corporate regime. No matter which party is in power, only the rich ever come up on top. Today, the richest 1% or more wealth than the bottom 90% of Americans combined.
On top of that, heat waves, floods, and hurricanes are becoming a regular occurrence. Artificial intelligence is threatening to replace millions of jobs, and the threat of World War III is more serious than ever. Humanity is facing nothing short of an existential crisis, and what do the two parties offer us? Culture wars meant to divide us, and breadcrumbs disguised as solutions that come nowhere near meeting the scale of the problem.
Let's just say what we all know deep inside. Career politicians and real estate moguls are never going to save us. Corporate America has two parties. Shouldn't the working class have at least one? I am Claudia de la Cruz.
And I'm Karina Garcia.
And we're running for the President and Vice President of the United States on the ticket of the Party for Socialism and Liberation.
All right. That's some of their video. I'm not going to bring in the whole thing because we're running out of time here. And I want to get to Macho Man Randy Savage. But a lot of important things said there, and I'll be talking about them soon. I hopefully will be having Claudia or Karina on for an interview in not too long, maybe this week or next week. And a lot of important things were said just in that video. I mean, I don't love commercials because every commercial's got to be like nice music in the background and, trying to sell you something, because that's the point of a campaign, is to sell yourself. So I don't love commercials, but that being said, there's a lot in that that I like. For example, that most people would not do. For example, they go, one party gives you breadcrumbs, was one of the things that was mentioned, and in that they show someone holding up the DACA sign. I don't know if you even remember the word DACA. It stood for basically letting children of immigrants remain in the country. Was the DACA program, which is still around, right? It did end up, allow certain individuals who meet program requirements to get a grant of deferred action. But it really was breadcrumbs. It was, rather than arguing about legitimate immigration and as a whole, It was, we want to have a drop down, drag out fight over these, 1,000 children that they should get to stay for a while. And talk about moving the Overton window. I mean, you could have a debate about whether there should be immigration at all. You should have a debate about whether there should be nations at all. Like that's the real debate. Is every immigrant a human and they get to go where they want? And, we're actually free to roam this world because we're just an animal species. You should be able to go where we want. Like, have that debate. Fucking have that one. But instead, everyone was like, I want these 1,000 kids to be able to stay here. And that's all. I just want the... So it really was breadcrumbs. And they shifted the Overton window. They got everyone to fight over it. All right, I'll be bringing you more about them in coming episodes as well. Okay, let's get to... And by the way, I also am the campaign manager for a rock that's running for president that I found in my yard, yardrock2024.com. Real website. Check it out.